Now this is a kind of a neat, funny story. Very short. This is Glenn, and of course Glenn just got a 1098 Ducati in black. Awesome bike. And he wanted to come over to the shop and basically swap out the exhaust and maybe do a couple other little jobs that he had in mind. But what happened the night before, when we checked the weather, it was supposed to be like 20 degrees out, and I said, well, that's good. Come over real nice and early when it's really cold and you really can have that enjoyable ride in the cold with your electric jacket and electric boots and everything. But the problem is he didn't have this bike hooked up for electricity or something. He didn't have an adapter or a connector or something. But anyway, he made it over. But when he got there, he was really frozen. I mean, he was like Mr. Snowman or something. It was really unbelievable. And the rest of the guys, now we had all planned this day. We were going to do a couple other things. We're going to work on Joe's Agostini helmet and basically just have a camaraderie day where we make fun of each other and throw snowballs at each other. But it was predicted to snow at 11 o'clock. So we really didn't want to waste any time. And I said, get a picture of everybody together before somebody freezes to death, or we got to, somebody drops a Ducati in the driveway or something. Anyway, I was looking at the stock exhaust. Now, I had done a little bit of work on some other older Ducatis and 999s, but this one I had never seen how the exhaust exactly went on. And of course, it's not a difficult job, but believe me, if you try to do this without an extra hand to hold things and line things up, especially that bolt that goes between the two mufflers, oh my God. But anyway, we had some highly skilled, highly motivated individuals here, and I was there too. And Luciano's looking at the paint. Now, I always told Luciano, Luciano has 3 Ducatis, but he needs a black one. And he just doesn't seem to want to buy any more Ducatis for the next month or so. So, I don't know. I really don't know. But I know he liked this black one. How did he like that black one? Come on, baby. That really did look nice. It's really not black. It's kind of dark blue, and it's got a little metallic in it. And I love how the red frame jumps out and the red rim stripes. And very, very cool. So anyway, we decided we were going to go in, and I have a quartz heater, but it doesn't put a dent in. A day when it was like 25 degrees or something. It was really cold. It was ice on a pond and everything. And right at the end of this little thing, I have a little short video of you can see the exhaust blowing smoke like it's a Green Bay Packer football game or something. And we get to use our new bike lift a little bit, which Tim has used more than I have actually. And in the background, our bike that we're still waiting for a crankshaft for, our donor bike. Fresh from, donating all his parts over to the West Cooley project. We'd still like to get a crankshaft. Anybody has a lead on a crankshaft or a motor for a GS 1100E, 82 or 83? We're interested. But of course, this is the best part now. If it's cold outside, the one thing you want to have is plenty of coffee. Joe always graciously brings some donuts. Glenn brought some cake the previous day. And this is basically what a work day at Wendy's involves. There's actually more bullshit than work. We all know that, but there's more food than bullshit too. So anyway, I was looking at this box this stuff comes in, and of course Ducati stuff's really inexpensive. I mean, you buy this stuff for nickels on a dollar. And because I wasn't sure how much of a job this was going to be, and we were really, really cold, and we were giving Glenn a hard time about everything here, but it really was a funny day. Now, Luciano's done several of these jobs, so he was just sitting there bored to tears, but we really did have a good time. And Glenn, I hope you got home safe and sound here. I know you did. You already left a message, but here we have the one muffler Ducati. And we were going to start the bike without the mufflers on it. And then I thought, well, I still want to live in this neighborhood a week from now. And, well, with my luck, you'd burn the paint or something. Or it'd fall off the stand. But I wonder what it would probably sound not a whole lot different. These mufflers are straight through, so they really aren't doing all that much. But one thing we were shocked about, and when I made the R1 exhaust, I was just as shocked. You take a stock muffler off, and the thing weighs as much as a battleship. I mean, you think it's made out of solid concrete or something. The bike really does look nice without the mufflers. And I was trying to get with Glenn here to start it without the mufflers on it. But he's a lot smarter than I am, and he chose not to do it. But smart man. Now he made the smart. Here's the quartz heater in the background. He made the smartest decision. For about a half hour after this job was done, he had to get home. He had some reasons to get home early. We didn't finish putting on all the little carbon parts, but one of the things I told him, he could have my battery-powered gloves. And he's, nah, I'm a tough guy. I don't need the gloves. Well, you know, he is a tough guy. There's no doubt about it. And he's nice and young and firm and all of that stuff. But the problem is, your hands still get cold. But he showed me a very high level of intelligence. He will probably make it to old age with very few lumps on his head, because in the end, he took the electric gloves. And that's how we rate the IQ of people, if they take the electric gloves. Now, Tim chose not to take the gloves the other day when it was 23 degrees and he had to ride to New Brunswick. But these mufflers, these weigh as they're unbelievable. I don't know what's in them. There's something in them that's a lot like concrete. But anyway, there was a very funny thing too. We wanted to start the bike and hear how it sounded, and then he wanted to take a little test ride. I told him take a little test ride just to make sure, you know, the battery didn't fly out of it or something. And it's amazing. These sound, because he left the baffles in, they sound exactly, maybe a little more of a rumble, but not a whole lot different than the stock mufflers. And the stock mufflers sound great. In fact, we were giving him a hard time and saying, you know, it sounded better with the stock mufflers, which is always the case when we get our little impromptu gang that couldn't shoot straight together. Gang that couldn't put mufflers on without stripping a bolt here. But anyway, the Ferrari flag was flying high today. We took a day that started out 20 degrees, ended at about, I don't know, but it was cold. It never got above freezing, I don't think. If it did, it didn't get much above. And here Glenn's trying to warm his hand on a muffler. Oh, if I would have been smart enough to take Arnowski's gloves. And Luciano's thinking, man, am I glad I came by car. But, as it always does, in the world of Arnowski, everything gets done. Not always done right, not always done on time or under budget, but it always gets done. And we got a few short videos right at the end of this to, actually I was hoping it would snow and Glenn would leave the bike here. And as soon as he'd get around the corner, I'd figure a way of getting it started and take a little test ride. But anyway, I think, and it's just my flaky opinion, as a graduate of 4 years of art school, I should mention that I really do like Ducati styling. And I really like the way it looks in black. And when I buy my motard, my Ducati motard, it'll be in black. Just listen to this. This is pretty funny.
Sounds the same. Sounds the same? Sounds the same.
I liked it better with the stockings on. But that's the level of respect you always get around here. Really did sound nice.
We've got the exhaust put on. Time to ride this puppy. Still plenty of ice on the pond.
And it went up to 35 degrees last night. 33, 35.
You don't even need gloves. Anyway, we had a great morning. Nice install. He's ready to rock and roll here. Just be careful going home. I bet there's still some ice in places. Yeah, it's up to 36 degrees. What are you worrying about? It's really going to be a good bike. We're going to have a good summer.
Yeah, man.
Has Vince seen it yet?
No.
Oh, man, he's going to love it. I just think the Ducatis in black look great. Oh, yeah. I like
They're
it.
gonna fucking clean it.
You want the electric gloves? You're going to be a baby. I ain't riding today.
Are you sure?
I definitely ain't riding. Take them. I convinced them. Take the electric gloves. Always take the gloves.
Always take the electric gloves. Tim, I hope you're listening. Anyway, hey, we had a really nice day, and Glenn, good luck with this Ducati. It's a beauty.
That's the why they never grown.